soul of our departed servant, Rudolf Frankenstein, a man that was worthy of honor, a man that we should remember always. Glory be to
In the
the Father,
Lord's year
and to
of
the Son, and to the
1852,
Holy Spirit,
the brothers Christian
now
and
forever
Jonathan
and
lay
ever.
their beloved father
Amen.
to rest.
May his memory
The
be
brothers,
everlasting.
the
And we
last
remember
of the
him and all the good
Frankensteins,
things he did for all of us.
nephews of the infamous Baron von Frankenstein, were now sole heirs of the family's great wealth. But for Christian and Jonathan, wealth and privilege were only fuel for their vices, now buttressed by the brothers' shared burden of carrying the notorious name of Frankenstein.
Cheers! You know, if you would have taken my advice and bet on Lucky Molly, we'd be drinking ingenue right now. Ah, the horses. It's just another addiction.
The brothers Frankenstein. It must be lucky to be you.
Lucky? Living with a name like Frankenstein? It's an embarrassment, really.
Gentlemen, now that your father has passed on, do you really intend on finishing medical school?
Well, I can speak for myself, and right now I have other priorities.
These illustrations are dreadful.
Christian, what are Uncle's books doing out? I was merely curious.
Once a Frankenstein, always a Frankenstein.
I can't drink this. Where's Elise? Elise! Elise! Good. Find sherry for everyone. Thank you, Elise. Worthy of a Frankenstein celebration. Indeed. And Elise, where's my fine beverage?
Elise always did love Christian best.
So she's being completely obnoxious. She falls to the ground, gets up, and starts to fling herself at every man in the room.
I know. I told her to inhale the ether, not drink it. But I'm still recovering.
I know what you mean. So, what do you think the old Shylock wants?
I don't know.
Just have to wait and see. Well,
It seems to me that both of you have finally managed to completely squander your family fortune. First of all, the Crown has sent several requests for immediate payment of back tax, which you ignored. There is the issue of some cockamamie business ventures, which have gone completely belly up. Your lavish parties, your corpulent spending, it's amassing a pile of debt of irreparable proportions. And what's this? 2 giraffes shipped from Africa? Your constant visits to Madame Valeur's brothel? Oh, and your gambling debts. And there are the lawsuits against the Frankenstein family brought on by your notorious uncle's blasphemous activities.
And what about the banks? Can we borrow from them?
No responsible bank will lend you any more money.
well then, what do you suggest?
I feel somewhat guilty selling Mother's wedding china.
It only ever collected dust. This too will have to go.
Do you know, when we played hide and seek as children, this cabinet was the one place you could never find me.
Something tells me you won't be able to hide from the money collectors in there.
Let's move on.
Yes, the house does look barren. Yes, what is it?
Somebody at the door.
Well, what are you waiting for? Let him in. They could be creditors. Thank you, Elise.
Good day. How may we be of assistance to you?
You are the brothers Frankenstein, are you not?
Why? Are they in any sort of trouble?
On the contrary, I hold good news.
Well, in that case, we are the brothers Frankenstein.
Yes.
My name is Klaus Wolfhausen. I knew your father from the war. Now then, I should explain to you my purpose for being here. As you may already know, Prince Wilhelm had just recently passed on, but has left a handsome portion of his estate in your father's name, in gratitude for his services. Why, I should be relaying this news to your father. Is he in?
I'm sorry, but our father is gone.
Gone? Well, then do you know when he'll be returning?
No, I'm afraid you misunderstand. Our father is no longer with us.
He's no longer with us because he's attending to some business in Locksmith. He'll be back before a week's time. Yes, in about a week.
Unfortunately, I leave tomorrow. But it is imperative that your father receive this information and arrives in Bavaria in person to sign the will. It must be signed by your father before the 3rd day of next month. Otherwise, the portion of the will be absorbed by the Prince Wilhelm's jealous sister.
No, he'll be there, I can assure you of that. Excuse me.
So what's this? Father alive? Traveling to Bavaria?
He will be.
What are you doing with those?
I think you know. Why? Are you afraid, Jonathan?
Why, yes, Christian. I am afraid.
Good. That means you're thinking what I'm thinking. Come on, man. All of our uncle's complete works right here in these volumes. We've got to try. It can be done.
I can't believe you're serious.
No? And why not?
Well, first of all, it's illegal. But what's more important is it's highly immoral.
Morality is subjective. Besides, I've already started some uncle's experiments.
You are mad. Our family's been ostracized enough, Christian.
That was long ago. The medical community is far more accepting.
But this isn't science, this is playing God.
Think of all the benefits to humanity. Think of all the benefits to us. Our privileges that we've enjoyed our whole lives. Are you willing to give them up? Do you want to live like them? How about the caviar that you love? The women. I don't know about you, Jonathan, but I am not willing to be destitute.
Well, if I'm going to hear you out, I'm going to need a pint of ale first.
Good. I knew that you'd see it my way. Do you remember last week when we were scouring the house for things to sell at the auction?
Of course, yes.
Well, I was here in Father's study, and I came across this. My word. Watch your step. Here we are.
This has been here all these years?
Yes. Didn't you ever find it suspicious that whenever Uncle came to visit Father, that they would disappear in the study for days at a time?
Now we know.
I can't believe Father resorted to this.
Well, you know what they say. Once a Frankenstein, always a Frankenstein.
Do you know how any of it works?
The coast is clear. Are we ready?
This is a rather grave situation.
Would you rather be digging ditches?
No.
Right.
Let's go.
We have to remember, Jonathan. Father was a man of science. I know he'd understand.
Right. Well, his body does look in fairly good condition.
Yes, on the outside.
Of course. He died of a cardiac arrest.
Indeed. Well, that leaves us with one problem. Where are we going to find ourselves a healthy heart? Beasley!
What an honour it is to see gentlemen like the Frankenstein brothers. 2 pints for me friends. So, what brings you to this fine establishment, eh?
We come to you with an extremely sensitive and confidential business proposal.
You've served our family for many years. We know that we can trust you.
I'm honoured that you feel that way.
Beasley, we know that you're aware of our uncle's experiments.
We need your help. We're willing to pay you handsomely.
Go on, I'm listening.
Well, first off, we're going to need a man with a good, strong heart.
Sure you are. I know what you're getting at.
He must be a virile man. A man with an iron constitution.
Do you understand why we're here with you today?
I can imagine why.
Well, Beasley, do you know of such a man?
You don't have to be coy with me, sirs. I'm the man you're looking for. Me strong heart, me iron constitution.
Do you understand what an incredible sacrifice you'd be making?
Honestly, sirs, I ain't got no future prospects on me horizons.
Is your life really that bleak, Beasley?
I just sit here drinking me pints, trying to make ends meet. Anything for me friends ain't no sacrifice. Besides, I get to do something noble and important for the Frankenstein family.
So let me understand this. You are willing to do anything that we ask of you.
Beasley's willing.
Cheers. Well then, that was easy.
Whoa.
Beasley, good fellow. Brave, brave, brave man. All right, okay. First things first. We're going to give you a little examination. Just make sure everything's in working order.
That's mighty considerate of you, sir.
Okay, sit down there.
What's all this, eh? It's really fantastical.
How's his heart?
It's in perfect working condition.
Good.
You know what they say, healthy heart, healthy mind.
Right. You know, Beasley, Christian and I want you to know that what you're doing here today is an extraordinary and unselfish contribution to science.
Yes, very admirable. I'm sure one day you'll erect great monuments in your memory.
He's right. Now, if you please lie down. It's all right. Make yourself comfortable. I'll take your hat.
What's that? What's that for?
Well, to sedate you naturally.
Sedate me? Sedate me for what?
Well, we're going to remove your heart.
Remove my heart? I'm still using it.
Now see here, Beasley, I thought we had ourselves an agreement.
Agreement? Agreement for what? Oh, you're crazy! You're crazy! Police!
Wait, look there. What does that look like to you?
And that's a small rupture on the left ventricle.
You know what that means?
Means that father didn't die of a cardiac arrest.
He could have been saved with a mere surgery. Well, he's dead now.
Right.
So,
And now it's time for Beasley.
welcome to your new home. Pull the ribcage over. Sutures.
By the way, Christian, whatever happened to Beasley's gold teeth?
What did I do? Oh, yes. I gambled them away. Do you realize that we are about to make history following in our notorious uncle's footsteps?
Perhaps even surpassing Uncle Victor's own achievements.
And gaining financial freedom in the process.
That is the point of this operation.
Indeed.
Who needs medical school?
Agreed. That'll be it. Let's cut that. It's time.
Snivels, where are you? What in hell?
Electrocoils.
Electrocoils balanced.
Father's vitals, are they connected?
Vitals connected.
Heart regulator.
The heart regulator's in working order, as far as we know.
Lightning power transformer.
Yes, remember, we cannot go above 350 electrovolts, otherwise Father's body will explode.
Wait, Christian, we changed the capacitor.
Ah, yes. We must remember not to go above 300.
Right.
Well, I believe that's everything.
I'm ready to turn on the generator.
Yes. Raise the lightning rod.
It's raised. Transferring power.
Transformer level 1.
That's mighty queer.
On the count of 3, slowly pull the lever. 1,
2. Wait! What is it? Good luck. 100 electrovolts. 100. 200. 200. 300 electrovolts. 300.
This isn't working. We need more power.
Jonathan! The generator may explode! We're risking our lives! We must be crazy!
Of course we're crazy. We're Frankensteins.
We failed. Christian.
How's Father?
Well, he's stable, but he's still unconscious.
Then perhaps it's time to awaken him.
Agreed.
I think he's coming too. Father, can you hear me?
Careful, Jonathan. We don't know what to expect. He's been dead for 6 months.
Father? Father. It's your son. We've brought you back. Open your eyes and gaze into my loving face. Jonathan! Jonathan! Get him off!
That should do it.
What if that's a police?
What do you want, Mr. Dickers? What is it now?
I'd like to talk to the Frankensteins.
The Frankensteins are not here, Mr. Dickers.
I care to differ with you. You know, I have good eyesight. I'll be around.
Mr. Dickers. You think he's going to be in any trouble?
Something
You
has
better
to
not.
be done. I can see it from my estate. I mean, if I don't get some action or response from the Frankensteins, I'll have the constable down. And we'll get to the bottom of this.
Oh, good heavens. No wonder Father attacked you. The electricity completely melted his eyes. I don't think Father knew who you were.
Damn it. If it's not one thing, it's another. So then, where are we going to find a fresh set of...
I knew it. The Frankensteins are here, and they're up to no good.
Well then, that solves that problem.
Now, Father, we want you to very gently open your eyes. Please, do not look into the light.
What's he saying?
How many fingers am I holding up?
He's well on his way to a perfect recovery. So departure time is Saturday, 7 a.m.?
That's correct, sir.
Excellent, thank you.
How may I help you, sir?
Yes, I would like to purchase 2 first-class tickets to Amsterdam with a rail transfer to Bavaria.
Anything else, sir?
Yes, there will be some cargo.
What kind, sir?
My father. He passed away recently, and I'm going to be returning his body to his birthplace. Last wishes, you see.
Very well. Could you please fill out these forms?
Very well.
Thank you, sir.
What are you looking at, Father? Enough of this morbid self-absorption. Come with me. Father, do you remember when you taught me to play chess? I was only 9 years old. You reveled in beating me. You let me win. Well, let's see how you fare against your son today, shall we? Good. What did you do to me when I made that move? You'd slap my hand, was it? It was a slap, wasn't it? Sorry. Let's try that again, shall we? Go, Father. Father, you've lost it. Laughable. Go. You called out to move. Here. I'll let you do it again. Try it again. Anyone but that one, Father. Checkmate. I win. Would you like to play again? Good. Now, brother, what are we going to tell Elise? We totally forgot.
Elise, look who's come to visit. It's our dear friend Gerbert from Glasgow.
Ugh. Shall I draw a bath for him, sir?
No, that would be all right. We're going to be getting reacquainted in the study.
Yes, sir.
Come along. I know this is difficult, Father, but you've got to keep trying. Do it again. Yeah. For heaven's sakes, you've done this 100 times before.
Well, look here. There is a vast improvement.
Are you aware that we're leaving in 3 days?
Well, then this signature is going to have to do. We have more important things to worry about. Like teaching Father proper etiquette. Look at the poor man. He's starving. I don't suppose he's eaten in 6 months. Fine.
Elise, could you please prepare a hot meal for our guest? We'll have it here in the study. Thank you. Let's do it again. F for Frankenstein. Remember Frankenstein?
Thank you, Elise. Father?
Eat. Don't you say 6 months? Lovely boy.
Perhaps we should teach him some table manners.
Are you joking? That could take weeks. Make sure that he never dines in public. Drink.
Father, you haven't had a drop of your sherry in months.
There you go. You've been good and now you're being rewarded. Easy does it. Look at him. What's he doing? I don't know. Hold him down! What's going into him? Easy. Breathe. Take a deep breath. Deep breath. Relax. Calm down. Down. Relax. What's going into him?
I think it's obvious. His system can't handle the shock of alcohol. His bodily functions aren't used to this sort of thing.
And then we must make sure that he never consumes any alcohol ever again.
Agreed.
Well then, Elise, we'll be leaving for the station now. Unfortunately, we can't take you with us, but I'm sure that you can manage.
And remember, if anyone comes calling, not to tell them where we're gone, but only that we'll be back in 1 month's time.
Shall we be going?
Right.
Good riddance.
We're sorry it had to be this way, Father, but we had to transport you here safely. Would you look at this? Father's growing a mustache.
I'm concerned.
And what of?
Father was particularly well known in this region. Between his foul stench and his awkward appearance, we're bound to arouse suspicion.
Well, after he signs the will, we'll have to get him out of here as quickly as possible. One moment. Come in.
Ah, von Krupnik.
Good to see you.
Young Frankensteins, Jonathan and Christian, how are you? And how was your trip?
It was good, thank you.
I was sorry I wasn't able to be here to greet you as soon as you came. But you know, working for the government, one has to get used to the unexpected.
Most understandable.
And how are your accommodations?
Oh, they're splendid.
Now, I'm very happy to hear that. But though you realize the main reason I've come is to see your father, Dr. Frankenstein.
Oh, you do understand. It was a long journey, and Father was resting.
We have a soiree this evening at the consulate. Of course, you will join us.
That sounds wonderful, but Father's very ill, and the trip took so much out of him.
Nonsense! Your father is the guest of honor, and the Countess Ivana Wilhelm is expecting to meet with you.
The Countess?
I will have a carriage here at 7 o'clock. Until then, auf Wiedersehen.
That's just great.
We have 3 hours to turn this into something presentable to society.
Well, I know one thing that'll help.
What's that?
Perfume. Be calm. Remember your poise. Poise. Oh, Christian. We're not going to get away with this. It's too late for that now.
May I have your attention? Now entering our guest of honor, Dr. Rudolf Frankenstein and his sons, Christian and Jonathan. Dr. Frankenstein, it's good to see you again after so many years.
Let me introduce to you the Schmelmans. This is Mr. Hans Schmelman and his beautiful wife Gertrude, and this is Dr. Rudolf Frankenstein and his sons Christian and Jonathan.
Honored. The pleasure is mine.
Dr. Frankenstein, I heard so much about you. I hadn't have the pleasure in meeting the Frankensteins.
This is the sister of the late Prince Wilhelm. This is the Countess Ivana Wilhelm and her beautiful niece Svetlana.
We're honored to meet your acquaintance. The news of your brother's death greatly disheartened the Frankenstein home. Our condolences to your family.
It was a tragic loss, but we must not find sorrow in this. The dead pass on, and life is for the living.
Very eloquent, my dear niece, but I am not sure if the Frankensteins would entirely agree.
On the contrary, life is for the living. Nothing is gained by death.
One gains nothing in one's own death.
And how do you mean by that?
Excuse me, Countess, but the mayor has arrived, and I have to introduce the Frankensteins to them right now. Please come this way.
This way, Father.
It's strange. I'd heard in recent months that Rudolf Frankenstein had passed away. You can imagine my amazement when I received an invitation for this evening's festivities with Dr. Rudolf Frankenstein as the guest of honor.
Interesting. I would like you to keep a close eye on the Frankensteins. Don't let them out of your sight. Did you understand?
Watch after Father for a moment, will you? I think there's something I need to take care of. Scoundrel. I was thinking about what you had said earlier, and you're right.
About?
That life being for the living, and that one should take advantage of every glorious moment.
These parties can be so dreary, don't you agree?
It's nothing that 2 flutes of champagne would cure.
That would be wonderful.
I won't be a moment.
Oh, Rudolph, you're looking quite well.
Brother. Excellent. Svetlana was just telling me how beautiful the garden looks under the moonlight. Really? Really?
Shall the brothers Frankenstein escort me through the garden?
Excellent idea. What happened? I just gave him some champagne.
I'm too berserk.
Jonathan, may I have a word with you for a moment? It's Father. Must you resort to such tactics? Somebody's given him champagne. He's gone mad and run off. No, he has. Yes, he has. Come on, let's go. Oh. Christian, I'm confused. Just listen.
Father! Father!
He can't be far. I had something for that.
Herr Meister, is that you? Oh, don't be shy. Come to Fräulein. Fräulein will warm your bed tonight. Come closer. Don't be shy.
Oh my God!
Buddy, help me!
What is Father done? We have no time to lose.
Kill me!
This way, Father. Wait. We have to get him back and clean him up before somebody sees him. Let's go. You shouldn't have done that, Father.
I fear Father may be too far gone. After what happened last night, he's capable of anything. Even murder.
What if he does attack someone?
Then we must be prepared for anything.
Where is von Krupnik? Father has until 9 o'clock to sign that document, or we forfeit the money to that woman.
Bitch. The carriage is here.
There they are. Arrest them.
Halt! In the name of the law.
The Frankensteins have been practicing sorcery. I have proof.
That's sorcery?
That's preposterous.
These are very serious accusations. What evidence do you have to back up this claim?
See here for yourself. It is a letter announcing Dr. Rudolf Frankenstein's death, dated 7 months ago.
What is the meaning of this letter?
Absolute nonsense. As you can see, our father's very much alive.
Nonsense! We are all very much aware of what the Frankensteins are capable of. They will stop at nothing to procure a fortune that is rightfully mine. And look at him. It is the complexion of a living man, and that foul stench.
How dare you? Our father's been gravely ill these past 7 months. He suffers from a grave disease, anal colonitis. It's scarred him permanently, but what's worse, it's robbed him of his speech. And you have the audacity to insult him and humiliate him?
But the letter?
It's true. 7 months ago, Father was in his deathbed. He was near death, if not for the grace of our Lord God and his loving heart. Obviously, the man is well today.
I can hear his heartbeat.
Obviously, the man's alive. Don't you know, Countess? It's only the Lord God that has the power to grant life.
You are very wise, young Frankenstein. I see no reason to keep the Frankensteins any longer. I am sorry about any inconvenience, von Krupnik.
Then we're free to go, then?
Yes.
All of Bavaria should hear this. Well said, John. But where did you get anal colonitis? I made it up. We've arrived!
So, Frankenstein, we have been waiting for you.
Please excuse us, we were a little held up. Take a seat there, Father. Father's ready to sign the necessary documents.
Dr. Rudolf Frankenstein, I'm Frederick Minch. Prince Wilhelm often spoke highly of you. Though he only knew you for a brief time, he was impressed with your bravery during the war. And in his death, he now wants to repay you.
You boys must be proud of your father.
Yes, of course. Yes, very much so. Could we move along with the documents?
Oh, of course. This is the executor of the estate, Ludwig von Hindenburg, a very close friend of Prince Wilhelm's.
Honored. Likewise. Yes. So, where does Father sign?
The bottom will be fine.
Remember, Father, we've been through this before. It's right here. Frankenstein. Here now. He signed it. So, now, how will Father be receiving these funds?
We still have more documents to sign.
Right, Father. Take a deep breath. Relax. And sign here. F. Yes, all right. You will do it? Okay.
And now the final document.
Christian, breathe. Just one more time.
Is your father not well?
He's fine.
It's not official. He didn't sign.
He signed!
Those Frankensteins.
So, brother, what are you going to do with your share of the money?
Well, I do believe I'm going to bet on Lucky Molly this time.
Ah, the horses.
Oh, Christian, please do something. Oh, thank you.
Disgusting. At any rate, when we get back, we are going to have a great celebration at Madame Vleur's brothel.
Splendid idea. Ingenue.
Most certainly. Cheers. What are we going to do with Father?
Did you remember to buy him a return ticket from England?
I do believe it slipped my mind. Cheers.
As the story goes, the celebration was short-lived, for the brothers Frankenstein, heedless in their waste and in predictable fashion, soon dug themselves into a state of financial deficiency. But how they would get out of that mess is another story.